I've done a story time for my very first miscarriage, and I chose this comment to highlight for the story time for my second miscarriage because they talk about losing a twin, and that is what my second miscarriage involved. My second miscarriage experience was a night and day difference between my very first. As you guys know, if you saw my first miscarriage experience story, it was very traumatic and it was very involved. This miscarriage story looks a lot different because we lost our twin baby B very early on in the pregnancy. It was in the first trimester, and it was at 10 weeks that it was confirmed that we no longer even had a twin in there. So we have something called vanishing twin syndrome. So we went in for our very first ultrasound, and there were 2 gestational sacs on that ultrasound. We were very early. We were measuring about 6 weeks and a couple days. There was a very notable heartbeat for our baby A, which is our son now, and he was seen very clearly in the sac. However, baby B was not showing a heartbeat and was not showing clearly in the sac. So they sent us over to get imaging done, more in-depth ultrasound. During that ultrasound, they had determined that it looked like baby B had stopped growing and was not growing along with baby A. So baby A at the ultrasound was measuring 7 weeks and 1 day, and baby B was measuring 5 weeks and 4 days. Obviously, that is a very big gap between them, and typically twins in the beginning should be measuring on time. It's not until later in the pregnancy, this is what was explained by my doctor, it's not until later in the pregnancy that you're going to see twins possibly be a little different in size. Usually one twin takes over and is a little bigger than the other twin. So our doctor advised us to wait for our 10-week appointment, and we would do another ultrasound and we would see what was going on with baby B. We knew it wasn't looking great. Our doctor was very honest with us and let us know that baby B, most likely this is a situation where baby B is not viable. At our 10-week ultrasound, it showed that there was no longer a baby. So we have ultrasound pictures that we cherish of our early ultrasounds, the 2 that we had done with both babies in there. But by 10 weeks, it was no longer there, and we only had a singleton at that point. This was very difficult for me to process because with my first miscarriage experience, it was a singleton pregnancy. So when I lost that baby, I lost the entire pregnancy, versus this time, I didn't lose my entire pregnancy. I lost one of the babies. For me, this was very difficult for my brain to kind of comprehend. I felt like I shouldn't have a pregnancy still, only because of, my first experience with a loss. This just felt weird that I still have a pregnancy happening. This is something that I did not know how to properly grieve. It was very confusing for me, and I did hold some guilt at times. I had people that were close to me make a lot of comments saying that I should just be grateful that I still have a baby, which of course I was grateful for that, but I still was feeling this immense loss, and so it was difficult to kind